What Michael Knowles lacks in looking convincingly 17, he makes up for in a young Brando type intensity that will carry this film.
Young Brandon.
Yes.
Let's go, young Brandon.
Before we jump into this, let's see the rest of our cast up here. Kevin Sorbo is the dad, obviously. The mom will be played...
Kim Richards. Kim Richards from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Escape from Witch Mountain.
Jamie Kennedy will be reprising his roles in Christian cinema, playing a character named Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, no relation. The Kent State gun girl will play a girlfriend character. And Lil Boozy will retain a role as a sort of Greek chorus.
There was a moment in the Dallas show we were all like, who gets to be Lil Boosie? Who gets to do it?
It was me.
Yeah, Will ultimately was like, I'll take it. I got it.
So, we have the outlines of this entire script, and we've written 4 scenes that we're going to do a table read for you. But I think now is as good a time as any to jump into the world of the Secret Uncles. All right, so first act, we're seeing what's going on with the Weintraubs. You go into their house, you know what's going on, okay? They have the spongy, terrible type of wheat bread. They got the peanut butter you need to stir. They've never seen a disposable K-cup in their life. It's that type of kitchen.
They gotta flush at least 4 times.
Yeah.
Every time they go to the bathroom.
Low-flow toilets, and you immediately notice the look of the film. It looks very like prestige TV, that type of grain. You keep that in your mind. But anyway, we're seeing what's going on with the Weintraubs. They're having a college acceptance party because Noah has just gotten accepted into Oberlin on an infographics scholarship. They're drinking Chilean wine. They're listening to their favorite episodes of Fresh Air with Terry Gross. And Noah's friend Seth is there. And Noah's mom is like, your boyfriend's here. Do you want us to give you condoms so you can go to your room and have sex with him? And he's like, I'm not gay. But he loves his parents though, and he's not gonna explode at them.
They have a bowl full of poppers, and if you take one, no one's checking the level. It's just no questions asked.
Just do the poppers, but leave your keys in the bowl at the door.
Yeah. The mom keeps pushing, and eventually he's storms up to his room. But who's waiting for him in that room? A magical set of uncles. Very Robert Blake and Lost Highway. These 2 uncles.
He turns around and they're there.
They're right there. And he goes, what, who are you? And they go, boy, we're your uncles that you never knew about. But believe me, you've always been our nephew.
Imagine any of your real uncles, anyone in this room who has worked in oil and gas for 50 years, but insists on telling you about their opinions on the entire world every holiday season.
So these uncles are like, Noah, how about we take you to a real party? And wouldn't you know it, they're taking him to the Bass Pro Pyramid to see Mike Huckabee's White Deaf Comedy Jam. The acts there are as you would predict. There's a guy in a barrel of suspenders, playing a banjo. There's Jeff Dunham with his wonderful ethnic puppets. Even Ron White. And Noah he can't believe this. He's only ever seen Dear White People in the net. He's only seen things like that. He's never seen a real comedy like this. He's rolling in the aisles, dying. The uncles go up. They do their gross twin vaudeville bullshit that you recognize from The Reliant. They kill. And Noah gets his first glimpse at a world he's never been allowed into. But it doesn't stop there. The next day, the uncles show up magically once again. They're going to take him to play a game of pickup basketball. And that brings us to the first scene we have written, the pickup basketball scene. I think it's very obvious that Thomas and Jake are well suited to play the twin uncles. Gaffin Buck and Sergeant Braxton Bragg Buck. That's the real name of the family, by the way, the Bucks.
It's also our
No
real name.
relation.
It's also, it's we changed our names legally after these shows.
I can play Noah, and then there is a spectator who is Lil Boozy.
I will reprise the role of Little Boosie.
All right.
I will read the
and-
stage direction.
The twin uncles and Noah are standing in front of the court. Noah turns to Braxton and Gaffin.
What did you bring me here for?
To take you to school. Today's lesson, the spirit of competition.
Well, we usually say land acknowledgments before classes.
You'll have plenty of time to acknowledge the land after we break some ankles.
Gaffin passes the ball to Noah, beginning our montage. The uncles are utterly dominating their 17-year-old nephew, boxing him out, beasting him when he tries to play defense, and getting the sweetest layups you've ever seen a white boy put up. Noah is exhausted, resting his palms on his thighs, barely upright.
Let me catch my breath. Oh, I'm so tired.
Finish what you start, Noah.
Or don't finish too quick, like this guy.
Braxton gestures to Gaffin.
They call my brother the fire marshal. Because every time he's at a singles bar, all the ladies start finding out real fast if all the exits work.
And then the spectator watching from the sideline says, "These white boys got sauce like Pistol Pete and banter like vaudeville."
The montage resumes. The uncles run roughshod on poor Noah, finishing the game with some juicy alley-oops and the best passing you've ever seen. Now sitting in the stands, Noah is exhausted, drinking a Gatorade.
This is such a crazy feeling.
It's just atrophy. Right now, you're in the 2-hour muscle recovery window.
No, I've been told I've lost before. Or I've never been told I've lost before. Every game I've ever played in school and stuff like that, they told us that recording scores has roots in white supremacy and would give us anxiety. So I never really knew what it was like to lose. Like, I've had games where I thought I did okay, or maybe I thought I didn't, but I've never really lost.
How's it sitting with you?
It's dope. Not how I didn't do enough to win, but just like, now there's this whole ass point to the game. And for the first time, I could start thinking about what I need to do better.
The uncles nod knowingly at each other, satisfied that they've taught another lesson.
Yeah, like, I would ask our principal if we could just have one game where we recorded the scores like in the NBA once, and
The uncles' demeanors change.
Well, they may as not well record scores neither.
what do you mean?
That the Non-Stop Bullshit Association is totally fixed. It's basically pro wrestling nowadays.
Them boys relegate any white player with passing ability to the European leagues. They want every team to look like a goddamn rap video. And even if you're a Muslim, they'll kick you out if you don't bow down to China.
Hell, they'll fine you unless you're pledging allegiance to the Chinese flag for every game and shooting dice at halftime.
And it's basically run by La China now.
Who?
La Fraud,
Le bitch,
La Fake Injury,
Le Obama,
La Defund the Police,
Le Brandon,
La Black Lives Matter, La Ruin the League Shames.
This just goes on and until the sun goes down. Scene.
So we are well into our plot. Noah is, he's diving headfirst into the world of his uncles. We see a montage of him learning skills. You know, the thing where it starts out he's maybe not so good at it, but by the end of the montage he's amazing. And, these skills include hunting, fishing, cleaning a gun, most importantly, filming your disputes with cashiers and filming yourself in a car afterwards. And this ends with a very satisfying, now director's trademark type scene of a 9-minute uncut scene of Noah and his uncles smoking cigars. This leads into conflict with his family, though. And you can tell that Noah is sort of alienated from his parents a bit because he starts wearing a young conservatives type suit. But you know, he hasn't really hit him yet because he's riding high. He's got a girlfriend. His videos are getting praised by the likes of Dan Bongino online. They've never seen a kid yell at cashiers like this. And something strange is happening in the household. That grainy, Euphoria or Yellow Jacket style tone, it's gone. It's replaced with a Hallmark style of smoothness. And not
That toilet that took 4 flushes, 1 flush, 1 dump now.
There we go.
That peanut butter, it's no longer in the refrigerator. It's Jif, and you don't have to stir it. These elements of magical realism. But they're not done. Sunday, the uncles have another trip for him. Noah thinks, oh my God, we're going to football? My parents never let me watch that. No, even better. They go to church. And they, in fact, go to a mega church that looks like most of the venues we have played on this tour. And yeah, Noah's confused. He's looking up at the pastor, and he's like, oh, that cantor is dressed weird because he's, wearing like chrome heart jeans like most pastors in this state. But, after an initial confusion, it's great. He's, it works so well, the love of Jesus Christ, that Noah throws his Wellbutrin in the trash on his way out. He doesn't need it anymore. We are deeper into the magical realism. Back in the household, conflicts between Noah and his parents. The dad's foreskin grows back. This is a big scene. And the dad, Kevin Sorbo, he's, kind of the good parent in this. He's like, I love how this Jif tastes, and this, like, natty ice is great. I don't have to drink, like, a chilled red wine anymore. But, calm before the storm, his parents have to step in. The mom is pissed, which brings us to scene 2, the straight conversion. The characters in this scene are Noah, David, the dad, Kevin Sorbo.
I'll be playing him.
Mm-hmm. I think Will should play Noah. Rebecca, the mom, that is up for grabs. We have Dr. Jeffrey Epstein. I will play him. And then there's also a Jonathan Van Ness role, but it's only one line. We can cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's Thomas.
I got it.
He's got it.
And Shay can be the mom then.
Yeah.
Noah and his parents are sitting in a room filled with framed photos of DeRay McKinnison, Hannah Gadsby, and Sean Penn as Harvey Milk, but not actually any pictures of Harvey Milk. There are posters written in that blocky Pinterest liberal font with affirmational phrases on them like, love is love, and there's no shame in needing help to find out who you really are. Parents David and Rebecca are seated closer together, far away from an angry and besooted Noah. A visibly Jewish man in a lab coat enters.